Hello there YouTube, this is Wheelchair21, and on today's rolling review we have the Crossbone Gundam X-1 Full Cloth, Type, GBF, Team Von Braun, Lucas Nemesis' mobile suit. Yes, Lucas Nemesis, the grandson of, well, the chairman of Team Nemesis from the first series of Build Fighters. Yes, he is back, stronger than ever, and was just a one-off character, but still, nonetheless, he brought some fear to the table. Yes, with this awesome custom and variation to the actual Gundam X-1 Full Cloth as seen in Steel Hearts, which ironically it wants to promote. When you buy the kit, yeah, it gives you a little flyer for Steel Hearts and Crossbone in general, and also shows this awesome bitchin' mobile suit on the back, which is called the Crossbone Ghost. Yeah, reminds me of a Kamen Rider. It looks bitching. I must have it. Bandai, make it. I want to buy this. I want to buy this now. And paint it red. Yeah. Okay, I went there, guys. This is just me saying I want to paint a Gundam red. I know, I'm a Char clone. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm a Char clone. Okay, we got that out of the way. Let's get to the Gundam. So here we come to the full cloth itself. The model kit, the awesome beast that it is, which features my attempt to get back into using Gundam markers, which has been like a good minute. Like, I think the last time I used Gundam markers was back in like 2007. So it's been quite a while. It's been ages. So yeah, I had to get used to them again, so I tried using, red highlights instead of using the stickers, but nevertheless, this is the end results. I don't give a rat's ass. The kit's more important than my crappy paint skills or my return to being a painter. Anyways, the full cloth has a nice weird like ghosty, musty pearl plastic design, which makes it stand out, makes it look a little bit steel-like from afar, but also makes it look a little bit whole wonky and makes painting kind of crappy. Honestly, the cloth system is really awesome because it protects your mobile suit. You don't really get to see much of it. You don't really see anything of all of it, but its arms are pretty danky, I guess small, skim, but cool nonetheless. I like it, I enjoy it. The basic body design is pretty cool, but I think the cloth really completes it and makes it look a lot bigger, makes it look bulkier, and a lot stronger than it really is. I think the thrusters on the back are pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the whole crossbone thrusters in general, but I think they stand out. It really makes this Gundam, original, much different, and cool. The biggest thing about the crossbone isn't just because of its cool design, its cloth-like system. It's actually because it has several weapons. First off, I'm going to talk about its, unfinished painted Murasama blade and blaster. It's a gun, it's a sword, it has beam effects that come out of it. As you can see, these indents are for the beam effects, and you also pull off the tip to add more beam effects, which I will show later in the review, most likely during final evaluation. Nevertheless, it can be held by the mobile suit, it can be held by other mobile suits, and it's a really good asset in general because, this is derived from another mobile suit from the Crossbone series, but then was given to, the Crossbone X-1. Crossbone also features a beam shield or beam marker as the wing falls off, or I should say the cloth falls off. Alright, so the beam shield, the beam marker, whatever the hell you want to call it, actually comes out from its forearm, where it plugs in as so. All you gotta do is pull, you have to pull and take apart the piece and reassemble it. Once, like I said, reassembling the forearm shield plating, or just basic plating in general, you have the shield, or you have this marker, which is a beam saber-like weapon. It's a beam weapon in general. It's used to break shields, it's been used to just punch, it's boxed. It's a great melee weapon as well as a great defense weapon. Both sides do carry it, so hey, it can dual wield, it can dual box, and that's the cool irony about this, because this mobile suit is also a boxer, due to the fact the skull units, as seen on the shoulders, can be removed to also be equipped as weapons. Last off, there are technically 3 more weapons, 4 if you count these little heat hawks here, which is the atomic rifle, which features a crossbow-like grenade launcher, which is honestly a really cool design. Problem is, you need stickers or paint to really bring out its fuller details as seen on the cover of the box art, as well as its beam Zanbar, its actual pirate sword and beam saber, which can combine with the actual beam rifle to form the beam Zanbar rifle. I believe that's what it's called. That's what the scanlations I have call it. I believe it's also the Hyper Zanbar Buster or something like that, where once you remove the beam effect from the actual saber, you combine the hilt with the gun, if I'm doing this correctly. I've done this only twice so far, the combination. Move up this part here, and lock it in place as so. You have your own little makeshift combined weapon, which kind of makes me think of Tokusatsu's like Sentai weapons, where you take a sword and combine it with a gun. Looks pretty cool, looks a lot fuller, it looks a lot crazier in this combined form. It really looks devastating when you take the sword and gun and, make another gun. And honestly, that's all of its technical weapons. It does have the extra accessory of a unpainted core fighter, which you really got to go in there extensively and paint it with some like dark blue, some black, and all you got to do is just remove the actual crossbone thrusters on the back, plug it into the ass end of the ship, and you got the core fighter as seen in the show. This is the only time that the actual crossbone has ever been seen in an anime format, so yeah, that's first time for everything, and that's what happened. Build Fighters brought out the crossbone, and everyone loves this thing, and it's getting a goddamn reissue. Since I've pretty much gone through the weapons, which you could probably see a lot quicker and better on Visible Ninja's review, I'm going right to the end-all be-all. And so we've come to the final evaluation, where the Gundam Crossbone X-1 Full Cloth gets its, resolve. Is it worth buying? Is it not worth buying? First off, I will say that with the amount of accessories it has, it is just one diverse figure. It's one diverse kit. It's one diverse model kit. You have three guns, technically. Then you have a fourth gun when you combine the sword and the gun together to make a moderate, super stronger version. So you got like 3.5. You got 4 guns in this set. You have 2 swords in this set, in addition to having 2 basic beam sabers. You have a beam shield. You have beam boxing gloves, beam blades that are held over the hands. You have boxing gloves made out of the skulls on its shoulders. You have a core fighter system also added to this kit. It has a lot to offer. The only problem I have with it is, the cloth is a little wonky when, putting it on, keeping it on display. The stickers are probably one of the biggest problem to it, as they somewhat fall off and don't really stay on too well. That's mostly on the tips, the funnel areas, where you see the thrusters on the cape of the cloth, and as well on the thrusters itself on the back towards the core fighter. Another thing I don't like about it is missing quite a lot of detail, whether it be on the weapons, whether it be your crossbow, whether it be your Muramasa blade or Muramasa buster. The core fighter being this dull pearl white and having a lot of detail. There were no stickers for it at all. So, when it comes to detail, it's missing quite a lot. Points of articulation are completely there. The accessories all there. Nothing is missing from it except detail. Detail is probably the biggest thing about this kit that makes me say, get it if you're a Crossbone fan, because there's not been a true release of the X-1 Full Cloth yet. Get it if you like this design, like this suit, and liked its appearance in Build Fighters. Obviously, though, not everyone has to have this kit. I got it on the whim of it looked great, it had a lot of accessories, and it had a knife at the end of the boot. My God, Bruce Willis would be proud. I gotta say, I enjoy it. This kit's not for everyone, though. It really is not for everyone. It's buyer's discretion at least, or at most. I don't really know. I just know that I liked the kit building it. I liked the kit having all the accessories. I did not like having to film this review because of just how many accessories there were. I didn't understand until just now when Visible Ninja said you will want to blow your brains out upon reviewing this to me, like the other night. Whatever. I somewhat regret this now, and probably say this is my worst review this month. Because, Jesus Christ, this pisses me off. Anyways, you can catch this review here on my YouTube channel over at herotaku.com. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you next time with another rolling review and or Doyle's DVDs.